This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
All you have to do is say the word massage to me, and right away, you have my attention. Okay.
Yeah.
Self-care kicking in. Fantastic.
Yes.
We're going to talk with somebody who runs deep with that in all types of massage and kind of break it down. Help us understand a little bit about the process, the different types of massage, what's involved, even what to ask for when you're going for a massage. She's based in Alabama. I love saying it.
Yes.
I didn't even say it as I normally, Alabama. And so great to have her on here. She has gifted hands, and that's the name of her practice. She is
Mhm.
LaQuinesha Williams on the program today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
I just had a thought right now. When you want a massage, what do you do?
I trade. I
Oh,
trade massages. I've been blessed enough to meet people that I feel are talented and knowledgeable enough to trade with. And I even work with a couple here in my office. So we every other week give each other massages.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So I got to wonder too, do you, I mean, deep schooling for you in what you do, but when a other massage therapist or practitioner is working on you, do you learn little things here and there? Like, do you say to yourself, all right,
All the
huh?
time, all the
Hmm,
time. What not to do and what to do.
hmm,
Everybody's technique is different. You never get the same approach from one therapist than the other. That's why I had a problem with working at like big spas like the Marriott or International. They
hmm.
all want you to do this generic massage. That one isn't good for the therapists themselves because we're all different. And two, it's not good for the client because everybody's issues are different and everybody's anatomical positioning of their organs and different muscles can be different as well. So trying to do a generic massage for all this money, it just doesn't work out for either one really.
That just seems so wrong because everybody's body is different.
Yes.
Everybody's goal is different. That's got to go against your grain
Oh
where,
yeah.
you know,
It's really like what I see it as a serious massage therapist. I see it as a break of code of ethics. You know, we're supposed to stay within the scope of knowledge, and people are eliciting trust to you. So if I know that I can help somebody, and I know how to help somebody by touching certain muscles or giving a certain technique, then it's my job as an affluent and educated therapist to do that. And I don't care what setting I'm in, I'm going to help.
gotta wonder too. Um, do your hands ever hurt you at the end of the day, end of the week?
Actually, based off of proper massage, body mechanics while you're giving massages, my hands do not actually do most of the work. My legs do. So,
What?
yeah. So, basically, your tools are what apply, your hands are the tools that apply the pressure, but your legs are what supply it. So, as long as you're doing proper body techniques, you don't really use your hands a lot. If I do see therapists that use their hands a lot, I can tell. And sometimes I try to suggest to them, hey, let's not use those little two muscles in your thumb 24/7. We have to use forearm, just the palm, and mainly legs.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
And I think it's reasonable to think, the rest of us, to think that, okay, so there's a lot of work going on with your hands. So
Mhm.
I would have thought that maybe you would say it's coming from your core or it's coming from your back or your shoulders. Legs, I get it now, but I would have never guessed it. I would have, if I had to make a bet, on a TV show, I would have like lost right away. I would have never thought,
Yeah. And then
wow.
when you learn different modalities, like there is the There is a one that is taught in Hawaii, and it's really flowy and it's really nice, but they use a lot of their forearms. So like, of course, you want to have proper spine technique. Always keeping your posture good because for us, if we're always leaning forward and we're not watching our spine and your legs are not correctly, that wears on you as a therapist. And eventually you get a lot of therapists who max out after 10 or less years of doing massage because of that.
So when we're choosing to go to a massage practitioner and either we just want relaxation or we have something therapeutic that we're trying to achieve. How do we know what to ask for? Can we like just skim over and then we'll get deeper in other podcasts,
Mhm.
the different types of massages, but deep tissue versus Swedish massage. Like what is the difference?
Well, in my experience, the difference is the actual amount of pressure applied to a person to make them feel. There is everybody has a pressure point, basically, depending on what their lifestyle and muscle health is. So in my practice, I've actually just done away with the whole deep tissue for more money
Mm.
thing because I believe that massage should be both relaxing and therapeutic. There is no isolation of one or the other when doing a thorough full body massage. A person needs a little bit of work. So when you say deep tissue, what you're saying is, and most people don't even realize this, but what you're saying is, I just want my muscles to be released. I don't necessarily care if only the parasympathetic part of the nervous system is touched and I'm relaxed. I also need physical, which is a sympathetic part of the nervous system, to be helped as well. So when you apply pressure to a person to a certain extent, the moment they feel pressure that is uncomfortable to them, the moment they say, hey, this is no longer relaxing, that is deep tissue. It does not have to be super hard. Most times in certain conditions, like when I work on lymphatic or post-trauma patients,
Mm.
a simple touch with my fingers is considered deep tissue
I
because
was,
that
thank you for saying that. You're
yes.
reading my mind because I was going to say, is it true that you don't need to really dig into somebody? A
Hmm.
light touch and done the right way can get the job done. We have
Oh
this
yes.
thought, well,
Oh yes.
I'm paying for the massage, so get in there, dig deep into
Yeah,
this
like
thing.
most people feel like they want you to break them, but you
Yeah.
don't have to break people
Right.
to apply deep tissue. It's just depending, and I don't like asking like generic questions either. Like when I first start my massage, what I normally do is because see, we have what is called a outline called soap notes, and on those soap notes you get what the person's view subjective of what they feel like is their problem, and then objective is what I find, and then you work out a plan to go from there and what you did. So like what I like to do is I simply say, hey, my name's LaQuinesha Williams, I'm going to be your massage therapist today, how can I help you? And that opens up the segue for people to just tell me what they feel is going on. And as a licensed therapist, I listen to that, I hear it, and I take note. But I always, when they go, oh, we don't have to do this party part, we can skip over that. No, 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 no.
Mm.
A full body is always needed because what I explain to people is your muscles are connected and they are feeding off of each other. So what you have, um, every muscle has a what's that? It's the A word. Like it's also in stories, opposing force. So for example, your pecs have your rhomboids to answer to. So when your pecs are extremely constricted, then your rhomboids are being pulled and that's constricting them. So your adjacent muscles feed off each other. So I can't just touch one body group body region and not touch the other, because then while you're feeling great at that moment, the massage effects will effectively wear off pretty quickly after you leave because you did not get a well-rounded touch.
Mm. And isn't
Mhm.
it true if somebody were to come to you and say, LaQuinesha, my arm, I'm having like it's just uncomfortable, shoulder pain, whatever. We're thinking, well, it's right here. It could be connected to the center of your
Oh,
back,
yes.
lower,
Based off of referred pain. So a lot of times I love to talk to my clients, and that's why I like having a kind of like a, I won't say smaller practice because I stay pretty busy, but I like to have it where I give myself enough time to actually talk to my clients, because what they don't realize is while they telling me, oh, I just went and played pickleball for 2 hours, and they're telling me their muscle story. So as they're talking about what they're doing in their life based off kinesiology and different anatomy knowledge, you could say, hey, she's feeling it. Like for instance, a lot of people with sciatica, they go, oh, my hands are hurting really bad, my wrist, my wrist. What they don't realize is it starts in the neck under the scalene muscles, because that's where their median nerve originates. And it travels all the way down to your fingers. So once your neck is tight and your jaw becomes tight, because that's connected to your sternocleidomastoid, which is connected to your TMJ, all of this plays off each other. So
mm,
most time, the part where they're actually feeling it at is the not the part that it needs to be applied. The origin of the muscle needs to be released.
when somebody is before you, you're going to work on them. Are you already, you're already assessing them? Like you're looking
Yeah.
at the way they stand, how they walk. They
Yeah.
don't even know you're doing it, but you're doing it, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
always I always look at people, if that's called the gait assessment. So you look at somebody's gait because oftentimes their balance and how they distribute their balance tells a lot about a person as well. And most people don't realize it, but the main when your body is hurting, so like for instance, your hips. If your right leg is hurting, you automatically adjust your weight to use your left side more. And
Hmm.
so your gait will be heavier on that side. And so when you go to work on a person, they go, "Oh, my right side that's killing me." But it's really when they think it's only that side, but because the body has to be balanced, you touch both sides and they realize, "Wow, this side was even more tighter than the side I thought was hurting." And it's because once again, they play off each other, and you can't work one side. You have to work fully, the whole body.
Mm. How
Mhm.
did you get into this? Where did this all begin?
I've always had a love for holistic practice. I grew up in the country, and we grew up very, we were rich spiritually, not enough money wise, but we naturally a lot of gardening, um herbs. My dad was raised by his full Native American auntie, and she instilled in him a lot of natural holistic remedies that of course he passed on to us. So I've always had a love for nature, a love and belief that God has given us everything we already need. We
Yep.
simply need to tap into the knowledge of how to use it. And so I mean, at 19 I wanted to go to be a massage therapist. It didn't work out. I actually went and got my CDLs instead and did a whole bunch of other stuff, which was really fun. But then around 27, I moved up here to Auburn from Florida. That's where I'm originally from, and I got to go to school, massage school. It was 15 minutes down the road from me, and I was like, "Hey, it's COVID happening. I'm driving these semis that I'm not happy with doing. I need a change." And so it was just my time, and
Mm.
I've just hit the road going ever since.
Isn't it? And thank you for saying that, especially all we need is within us now. We got it. It's
Yeah,
all
we
here.
got it.
it's like you gotta make the phone call to within and say, hey, I need to make a connection
Yes.
here and get it done. But even healing yourself and, what you talk about, even your Native American roots and the things you learned then. Uh, I just received this morning, some herbals.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
master
Yeah.
herbalist, little digestion issues, nothing
Yes.
major. But a couple of years ago, this kept me out of the hospital. I'm not
Yes, it
even
does.
kidding.
And
Yeah.
it's and that's what I stress to people all the time. What we do as massage therapists, as anybody that is taking a naturopathic path,
Yeah.
is you cannot stress enough the preventive and maintenance work that we do. Because I am a person who believes that both naturopathic remedies as well as a point where surgery is unavoidable. But you must find balance, and you don't go to Z before you get to A. So why not start at A, find what can be done, make those lifestyle changes, do the work, and then maybe you might not ever see Z. And when you see Z, it'll be a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
totally do. So let's you talk about the word maintenance, and I love that description.
mhm.
For what you do, and even chiropractors, there are the rest of us, many that have this notion that, well, once you go, you got to keep going. It's, they do something and then it's like they're getting you back in there. Not true, right?
Well, I can't speak for chiropractors, but as for myself, I love to see my clients not have to come to me for 2 to 3 months. I would love to see them, stay away as long as possible. That's telling me I'm doing my job right. I am working on a lot of things that are acute pain, muscle pain. So when it's acute, it's just, oh, I've hit something in life and I can recover from this if I start doing it now. But unfortunately, I meet a lot more people who have been unaware of the effect stretching and just day-to-day
Mm.
body mechanics plays on them. And so what by the time they come to me, they have what is called chronic pain. And chronic pain does not go away, unfortunately. It is only something that can be maintained. And with those clients, what I try to do is I try to keep it's like a constant exercise, right? Because even when doing massage therapy, it's just basically like stretching the muscles, which is a lot of people get on my table and go, "Ooh, I feel like I worked out." And it's because you did work out. It's just I did most of the work. So, so I'm always changing things. I'm always working on different parts of the body to trigger a release or a certain type of outcome in another part of the body. No session is similar, and I don't want it to be because the body needs to be surprised. The body needs to feel like it's different. Just like when you go work out, you don't have the same workout routine every day of the week.
No, because your body gets used to it.
Yeah. So, and the same thing with us. So, like, if somebody's out there and they coming in here and they say, "Hey, Sisha, I got sciatic problems," and everybody always thinks it's their shoulders, it's their neck, but really it's their butt. Your glute muscles are the brunt of your body, and they take the trunk. So, like, everything is happening in your hips. Everything comes and stems from your hips. It's the only part of the body that never gets a break, literally. Whether you sit, whether you stand, whether you lay down, your hips.
I've never heard that before. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it makes
Yes.
sense
So
though.
yes, so like
Oh.
I've had people and I've seen amazing things. I had a lady come in. She wasn't even coming for me. I was working at this time at where I first got my start with Miss Pauline, beautiful lady, beautiful soul. And she let me rent this little room and she was like, "Hey, just, I believe in what you're doing. Get it done." So as her clients was coming in, she would like let them know I was there. So her client was coming in and she brought her sister. Well, her sister was there, and I'm just sitting there, and she goes, "I have this terrible pain in my neck. My doctor doesn't know what it is. He's been doing everything under the sun to try to figure it out, and now he wants to do open surgery on my neck. And I said, well, did he figure out what the problem was? And she says, no. And I say, well, ma'am, if you give me an hour, I guarantee not only can I solve your problem, but I can help you. And I can release what's happening. And you won't even believe this, but the problem isn't in your neck, it's in your butt. And sure enough, after I got done with her, the pain was gone. She was moving her neck. She was so excited. And I mean, the lady was almost in tears because she literally thought like she had some uncurable illness. And I mean, it's just amazing. The
Mm,
body's amazing.
you're amazing. If
Yeah.
I'm in New York, if I was near you by 5 p.m. today, I would be at your door. And you think I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I am not. We all have
Yeah.
like we feel things and just your knowledge, I
Mhm.
believe, a little unconventional. Like maybe other
Yeah.
massage people.
I am. I
You
am. I have gotten a lot of like pushback from people in my own field who are much older and have been, they started out earlier where massage was supposed to be relaxing and something rich people can afford. But massage has real medical and
even psychological,
yes, it's
all
the
that.
only touch is the only sense that affects both the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. So that means you can, like I tell people, you got bipolar disorder, get a massage. You got rheumatoid arthritis, get a massage. You got any gut health problems, get a massage. Like
Mm.
people do not realize the the effects that you get from massages simply by touch and energy exchange.
And
It's a real,
energy.
it's real, it's real.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. And
yeah,
you know, it's been said that we should get like 12 hugs a day. I don't know the exact 8 to 12, whatever the number
yeah,
is,
they, yeah,
for
for at
proper.
least 2 minutes.
There you go.
Hmm.
And there's something
It's
there.
real, and it releases. It allows the brain to feel safe, and it releases stress. It releases cortisol. It
Yeah.
releases these things in the body. I've had magical experiences with people where they've just come in and they say, Sisha, that's my nickname, Sisha. They say, Sisha, I need to feel present. And I've literally just lightly touched them and had them cry. I've had people cry and don't know why they're crying. I've had beautiful releases. I've had so many stories I could tell you about the power of touch and seeing it at knowing. As a therapist, I believe my job is to hear your needs, but to know what you need. Because a lot of people do not know what they need, and they go to spas, and these people do. I mean, honestly, I feel like most therapists at spas are like C to D level therapists. They do not care about they just want to get paid.
Hmm.
And this is an easy way. It's like, oh, I'm going to go in here because nobody's asking me to prove my knowledge. I just can say,
Like a factory, just
yeah,
showing up,
yes,
crank it out, be done. Well, this is the
yes,
difference. Two words: gifted
yeah.
hands, and
And I
that's.
know a lot of them, but you won't find the gifted hands that you're looking for in a spa because it's literally an environment that breeds like they do not want you there. When my experience, I was in there and I was touching these people and I was just giving them what they needed. And it caused a rift with the manager to the point where she wanted me to get off the schedule, but one day, and then eventually I just decided to leave. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna stop what I love doing and helping people just because I'm not accepted at what is supposed to be my place. And I don't go to the hospital to work because honestly, um, that's not an environment for me either. They have a lot of people in there have a very negative view of and disbelief in what I do until they actually see it. And that's why
Hmm.
I became a lymphatic specialist.
which we will get to next time we get
Yeah.
together. You're located in, do I have this right? Auburn,
Yes,
Alabama?
Auburn, Alabama.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I wish I could just fly up here or fly down there. Like
I'll travel. I'll travel. I got a table.
gifted hands, gifted hands, but that's good enough. But
Mhm.
now add empathetic heart is what you have and your team there. What's your website? How do we find you?
My website is www.giftinghandsmassage.org. And my phone number here is 334-748-0563. I'm mainly burning the clock, so if you call, more than likely you'll get me. But you can book conveniently online. I have packages where you can save you a little bit of money if you're trying to be more on a schedule because it can get expensive. And then I do also do memberships, which allows you a 15% discount off of, after that initial visit, and half price off any add-ons like warm stones, cupping, and modalities that you need.
It's not just a massage, it's healing on many different levels. Thank
Yes.
you for making us aware of all of this today. You're
Yeah.
amazing. Your
Thank
energy is
you.
awesome. I really appreciate it. And we'll definitely get together and dig into maybe lymphatic massage next time we get together.
I'll see you next time then.
You got it. Appreciate it.
Have
We'll
a
be
good
right back.
day.
You too.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.